on? Is it we are? All right, folks, welcome back to BEG Wrestling. We are here. The cure for your post-match adrenaline rush syndrome. Wow. That's right? We said we're the cure. That's right, we're here.
If they have any energy left. I don't.
I do. Change the 1 in Big Ten to an E to BEG. Let's go. Post-match talk. Big stuff happening, dude. So much to talk about. So much to happen today.
Wow.
We're going to talk mainly about the Big Ten championships. But we also, before we get into that, we have to note Vito Crookham happened. And, I mean, I said it on Twitter. I got to tell you my thoughts right off the bat. Vito came out looking like he was almost too cool for school. Too cool to ever lose to Crookham again, and was lethargic up until, and I thought, what's wrong with Vito? He looks slow. And then all of a sudden at the end, in the last 5 seconds of the match, he got that speed right back. And I thought, what is going on with Vito? Crookham upset. Dude. Your thoughts?
About that, I was a little blown away. I'll tell you what my thoughts are. All of a sudden, Fix's stock has raised because, not taking anything away from Crookham, but daggone, Zach, can Fix beat Crookham?
Not the way Crookham looked today. He is stronger than Vito. I
can't put my finger on it about Vito. I don't know what's, like,
Someone said that he might have something going on. Apparently, in the post-match
there at the end
interview.
of the match with the knee or something at the end of the match.
Hopefully that. We had some other injuries. Shane Griffith that we'll get into. But also in the EIWA, it was Shapiro took it, but not exactly convincing over
5-3. Yeah, 5-3. But the thing about Vito is he's in a tough little position because he wants to be an Olympic champion. And it's like, if you compared Olympic champion to NCAA champion, I think most people are going to say, yeah,
Gunner.
I want to be Olympic champion. What is that? My dog.
Chewing up the.
What's he doing?
You got a whole bundle of paper towels chewed up into a million shreds.
We
ain't got time for that, though.
Thanks,
Come
man.
on.
Thanks for that dog. Thanks for
love that dog. That dog.
It's a million pieces of paper on the floor.
That dog would not be alive. He's living in my house today right now. Come on, man. Let's talk about Big Ten championships. I don't even know where to start.
Can I just say first, we all love wrestling, right? Do you guys get the same feeling I got? Everything happens at once. Today blew my mind. I'm trying to even watch a little Pennsylvania State's high school, and I'm interested in that. And you got all these conferences. It's like, I don't know how do you fix that? I guess you can't. It'd be nice if they had the conferences just, I don't know, spread out somehow. I don't know.
All right. Listen, how are you going to start this in a negative way? You Penn State Homer, have 7 out of 9 wrestlers make the finals, and the one who didn't, Carter, did not wrestle, but he didn't look like he's not going to wrestle in the NCAAs. Would that be your takeaway?
Well, as he walked off the mat, there was no limp.
There was no limp.
So, I mean, they're just playing it smart. However, wow, that was a risky little game to play. You say, well, Cale really doesn't care about Big Tens. Cale wants to win no matter what he's in, I'm sure, right? And it's like, boy, did the other guys have to step up, and they did. The Trurexes of the world stepped up. Even Nagao, if Nagao could finish, he had the leg for the winning takedown. And I just don't understand that. I'm a big Nagao fan.
Cannot finish.
How many times this year did I see him have a leg and he's not able to finish? You ever notice when Levi gets a leg, even Messenbrink, it's like as soon as Levi or Strachey gets a leg, I already count 3.
Yeah, keep going.
It's already 3, but I gotta say, whew, that was exciting. All of it took a lot out of you. I mean, but how about our man Braden Davis? Daggone Braden Davis. I got to give it to him. I was thinking, maybe 6th place or something, and
that was shocking. Also shocking, 125 was Matt Ramos. Matt Ramos. Everyone's kind of pick here. And Matt Ramos not just – I said he was a Jag earlier this year, and then you thought he wasn't, and then kind of now he is.
Yeah,
also,
goes down.
Square on my face, folks. I don't know how to get it off, dude. And I don't have time because we're live. So
Really? Wow. Well, go ahead. I'll keep talking.
No, dude. I don't care. It's just that's what it is. This is live. I don't.
The old square.
What?
Squarehead.
What? I got people. Listen, it's late. We had we have 10 hours of wrestling today. Oh my goodness. All right, 125. So we have Pat McKee beat Dean Peterson and Davis beat DiAugustino. So Davis with the retaliation victory over DiAugustino.
No,
here,
he
right?
beat him. He beat him during the regular season too. Yeah. Yeah, and it's just, in my opinion, Davis has not looked very strong the last half of the season. He came out that first part of the season, I thought, daggone, we got a real gem here.
Is this the typical Penn State ramping up at the right time?
Maybe.
I mean, is this classic?
I'm sure he was preached to. He started to rise in the rankings. He started to care too much. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. But he tightened up, and I tell you, that Barnett match was impressive because he gives up a takedown right out of the gates and comes back and wins that. And that was impressive. I was totally impressed with.
All right, who wasn't impressive? Davis. Drake Ayala. And how about Iowa overall saved by Zach Glazier? Zach Glazier saves Iowa.
Yeah. You know, Ayala, maybe a little the exact same thing with him. It's like he tightened up. And even in his loss today, he just looked tight. And I was after he won or after he lost that, he literally
Come on, man. Just keep
You're
talking.
going to put the square over at me. I
don't know why.
Anyway, it looked like he loosened up, and then he looked quite good. Quite frankly, that 125, folks, good luck.
Jambalaya. I picked McKee, by the way, who is now in the finals in our fantasy bracket. I picked McKee. So just notable. I can't wait for the way to come out.
You brought up the word fantasy. Listen, folks.
We did a test run, and we're good to go.
Yes, we're good to go. And we'll even come out with a video. We're going to explain very, very simply. How is this?
We're going to come out with a video. Are we now? What, an instructional video? Who's coming out with an instructional video? No, it's real simple, dude. You just go in here and and you click your team. You get 1,000 points, okay? And every seed is a certain point value, and you cannot exceed 1,000 points. Very simple, folks. But we did a test run here in Big Tens. I'm gonna win that. I pretty much locked that up, right?
Well,
you did not. You kind of
did not.
Anyway, we're doing it for everyone here at the NCAAs. But any final thoughts there on 125? We got to move on to 133.
Yes.
Some people like the square, so.
Yes. Really?
Just go with it, baby. All right. Let's move on. 133. Okay. It was Ragusin over Nagao and Shawver over Teskey. The pesky Teskey. Let's talk about big brains brands. Everyone thought it was dumb, but then it actually kind of.
In the end, he kind of looks like he's a genius there. Like, how do you? First off, this blows my mind. You did the exact same thing 2 years in a row with the same wrestler. He did this exact same thing last year. He submitted Teskey's name too late. Teskey ended up last seed at Big Tens. And to do it again, it's like, here's the thing. I watched the press conference Brands gave, and his answer was basically the wrestle-off was more important, and the timing of the wrestle-off was more important. So us as outsiders, we don't know what was going on. Maybe there was a sickness. Maybe there was a injury or something why he couldn't wrestle them two off. But then part of me is like, he just wants to motivate Teskey. But the thing is that like at his press conference, he could have saved his own seat or face a little bit by, saying, "Look, we were aware of the consequences, but because of team issues or whatever issues, we couldn't do the wrestle off." He didn't ever say that, so he came off looking like, dude, you're just not organized. You just didn't get entered in time. And
maybe that is just what happened. Maybe he didn't.
I'm starting to think maybe that is.
Maybe he was. I think he was getting too cute. Trying to. We know Tom gets cute with the lineup.
Yeah, he couldn't decide which one, Schriever or Teskey.
Yeah, he's sitting back there playing around.
And it's
maybe got a little too cute this time.
You ask me, I don't think he's a real big Teskey fan. How do you do that to the same wrestler 2 years in a row? But as it turned out, he looked brilliant because Teskey was a motivated wrestler,
and he had Shawver.
He was
in
that
the
close
semis.
to making it to the finals.
Oh, he had him. Until the end there? Until right at the end there. And Nagao can't finish. Before we move on, I got to ask you, who are you picking in the finals at 125? And we'll do this for every weight. So 125, who are you going with? Are you going with Braden Davis or Patrick McKee?
Well, I got to go with McKee because to me, Davis already exceeded what I dreamed that he'd do. So I'm happy. If Davis loses, I'm still happy with what he did, how he looked, and he's going to be ready for 2 weeks from now. But I won't be surprised if he pulls off another win there.
I'm going to pick Braden Davis. I'll tell you why. That kid has ice in his veins.
Yeah,
I saw it a little bit in the first match, his just patience and demeanor, and then really in the second match, just how did I put it? Up against the 6-year senior, who is it? Barnett there, right? In sudden victory, it was Braden Davis with the composure, and which ultimately got him that victory. But all right, at 133, who are you taking here in the finals between Ragusin and Shawver?
Well, I'll go Ragusin there. He's
same.
He looks good. He's not dominant. It's going to be a close match because Shawver is obviously he's tough.
Yeah,
but that'll be a fun finals.
All right, 141. Oh my goodness, Jesse Mendez and Bo Bartlett in the finals. It was Bartlett over Lemley and Mendez over Real Woods. Woods. It is officially time to throw up what's going on?
I don't know. He almost messed around and lost in the quarters.
Yeah, something's going on with Real Woods' head.
What else? Is there an injury or something? I didn't see no injury. It's kind of like Vito. Same thing. Like how hungry you are. I don't know. And the good news about such a situation is that can be fixed quite quickly,
What? How's that?
Haven't you ever done an athletic competition where for some reason you just weren't? You remember one time, I got to tell you folks,
boy.
I was
live.
I'm forgetting about something. We had kind of a fight. Me, you, your brother, Corey, and
a big old
fight.
Were
you guys mad at me? I was throwing my daddyhood around that night, and you guys were livid at me. The very next day, you had maybe the best game. You played quarterback for Little Sun. You had the best game in the world, and I never told you this, but I thought, wow, that's the trick. That's the key.
Yeah, and it later didn't work the next time.
Yeah,
I know.
Later, I just made up something just to have a fight.
Wait, where are you going with this? Real Woods? What is that? What we were talking about?
No, I'm just saying how quickly your mind can change, and you've been in athletic competitions where you just wasn't as focused as you weren't. Maybe you had something else. Just almost like you didn't have the hunger you needed.
Well, listen, man, we all go through. Yeah, life is tough, and life is tough. Life can beat us all up,
yeah,
dude. And
that's true.
I'll tell you this, man. Did you see the way that Vito acted at the end of that match against Crookham? Dude, why are you reacting that much? You're Vito.
Yeah.
You're a world champ. Like, what?
What? That loss earlier this year, that stung for months.
All right, Bartlett, though. First match was kind of standard. Bartlett kind of let it open a little bit. Second half of the match against Lemley, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say about Bartlett. Except we all get frustrated because when he shoots, he's very good. And it's like, dude, what are you?
I'm telling you right now, if he beats Mendez tomorrow, I'm putting Bartlett in that lock tier.
I think
I've doubted him enough, and he just never disappoints.
Yeah,
he just continues to get it done.
Carr O'Toole happens tomorrow, and in a way, Bartlett Mendez. I'm not totally throwing away Woods, but I will admit that something's going on with Woods, and I don't know if it gets fixed. And the only thing is, do I think Mendez could win tomorrow against Bartlett and Bartlett come back and win at Nationals against Mendez? Absolutely. In fact, that's
who are you picking?
That's what I'm calling.
You're picking Mendez.
Mendez will win it tomorrow, and Mendez definitely looks good, but he's going to have a tough time getting in against Bartlett.
People are going to...
Bartlett's so good at turning that corner.
People are going to catch on. I'm picking Bartlett. People are going to catch on to your gimmicks here, where you pick against your own guys. That way, you can't lose.
No.
Even if your guys lose, then you can say, well, I was right. That's the game.
The one guy brought up and said, our podcast needs more balance. It's all Penn State homerism here.
I'm trying to bounce you out, dude.
And you don't bounce me out enough. And I said, well, we'll get fans of other teams on here. Okay.
We got people lined up, man.
Okay.
We got people we're getting on. All right. We're going to be going on some other podcasts here too, folks. Wow.
It was a long day, folks.
I'm about to drive out, and I might be at Big Ten championships tomorrow morning handing out BEG shirts if I get a wild hair.
Wow.
I mean, that's going to take a real wild hair.
Me, boy.
All right, 140. Come on, let's go 141. You ready?
All right.
Or 149, I mean. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's move on to 149. Okay.
Kazak, I just couldn't be more happy with Kazak. I mean, you're talking Lovett is the top of the shelf there, and Kazak's right there. And, boy, is that good news for Penn State in the coming years.
It does look like Kazak closed the gap.
He's right there with, quite frankly, I mean, he gave up the takedown late as you have to start going for something. I liked his decision to go neutral, so he had to get the takedown. And at that point, I thought Kazak looked a little stronger on his feet than Lovett. But it's Lovett against Gomez, which we all Gomez had his own trouble too.
Up against Ethan Miller, who upset Ratchi.
There's a kid that obviously wanted it bad.
Why is how many times now Real Woods underperforms? Now Ratchi.
Wow.
I mean, why is it these Penn State freshmen are overperforming and Iowa's underperforming?
I don't know. Our good buddy who helps out in a Facebook page with all them great articles, Terry. Terry, I was so wanting to celebrate with you. Finally, Iowa lived up to their projections and maybe even overachieved. And that first round, I thought, you know what? I think Tom and Iowa are turning the corner.
We were calling them big brain brands. Big brain brands.
No, they returned to normal and underachieving. Oh, my goodness. Wait till we get to 165.
Well, but I also picked Real Woods, so he screwed me.
Yeah.
I thought he had his head on straight.
But, right. Lovett against Gomez. Lovett.
You're picking
the way
Lovett?
He rode
You're
him.
Picking Lovett?
Yes, I got to pick Lovett.
All right.
Yes.
Actually, I agree. The way Lovett looks. So let's move on to 157. It was Levi over Franek. Will no longer the 1-to-1.
Oh.
No longer boring, dude. What he came through with the pin, right?
Yeah, believe me, the match was boring up to that point. Let's be honest.
All right. Well.
No, I give him. Hey, Lawan's always been tough. As far as he does his thing. Good luck tomorrow because I ain't picking against Levi there. Levi looks for real.
Chumley beat Joey Blaze. I expected more out of Joey Blaze here. Peyton Robb I'm sorry, Peyton Robb. He's in the club, the Jag club, the Just a Guy club now with Matt Ramos, Peyton Robb. They're in this club, dude.
Well, the weird thing about Nebraska, they'll come out one match and they look like world beaters. When they wrestled Penn State, boy, they were for real, and they looked like they did when they wrestled Iowa earlier this year. I mean, between Hardy and you got to root for Hardy and Rob, such nice guys. And
yeah, I've been rooting for them.
Yeah, I have been
I'm talking just about performance on the mat. It's just, But Levi versus Franek, the follow-up there, the freight train continues rolling.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Levi, and how about what we saw out of Shapiro today?
17 to nothing. 2 matches against
one of the
Franek.
most anticipated matches of, say that again.
17 to nothing. Levi's dominance over Franek. And Franek's like one of the big dogs.
Today was 5-0 though. Shapiro 5-3 over.
It wasn't even close. Franek was never close to even scoring. So can you imagine how discouraging that's got to be to like a Caliendo or a Franek? I'm not even remotely close here. Like, how do you pick yourself up? How do you get your spirits up? How do you get that hunger and that belief, I'm going to win this? That's going to be hard to do when someone spanks you like that.
What do you think the score is of Levi versus Shapiro right now?
Well, I mean, Shapiro's got to get there because that weight class is the craziest weight class. Shapiro struggles to win one 5-3. And quite frankly, our good buddy Kevin, Cornell Kevin, I'm going to say this, Kevin. You're going to get mad at me a little bit.
Uh-oh.
I think Shapiro does have a little bit of a gas tank problem. I'm telling you right now.
Gas tank problem?
But
Buzakis has got a gas tank problem.
Barely getting back. You know, he is one of the most dynamic wrestlers out there. But if Levi can stick some pace on him, we'll see. All I know is if anybody beats Levi, I think it would be Shapiro. And I could be wrong about the gas tank. Maybe it's just him
Maybe he's just taking it easy, dude.
Maybe it's his demeanor. It's some guys, they run back to the mat ready to go. I remember old Zane Rutherford. Boy, it could be triple overtime. He's running back to the middle ready to go again. Some guys,
That's Bartlett. That's Bo Bartlett, dude.
Yeah, that's him too, yeah.
Dude, even after the match, he's standing there shuffling. I thought, this motor don't
stop,
dude. That motor don't stop.
It's not like I noticed anything sloppy, but like that kid today that Shapiro had, to me, like, you should start putting it on a kid like that. A great wrestler. No offense to him, but I mean, that's going to be great. It's going to be fun in 2 weeks, no doubt.
Wait, who won? Brayton Lee, Lewan. I have it typed in both ways.
Lewan.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So,
well, that's what you get with live, folks. There's a square following my face, people dropping jokes all episode,
what
dude.
What do you think that square is there, Zach?
I don't know. Someone said, what is this, Predator?
Yeah.
Listen, deal with it, dude. Tomorrow night it'll be fixed. Zach, you have my word, folks.
Daggone BEG. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
What, something? Oh, you deal with the square, okay? Deal with the square, folks.
Man.
It's like,
it kind of reminds me how you used to mow the yard. I have to go out after you were done mowing and get all the skip marks. The mower's only this wide. You got to keep the wheel on all right,
165.
Once he hits the stones, broke our window, and you weren't going to say anything
I
that
think
day,
I threw that one.
I was sitting in here about scared me. It was like getting shot at with, somebody was outside shooting at me. No, it was Zach. He was jamming the mower down on the stones. Stones are flying, crashing our window.
I told you I didn't feel like mowing that day.
Oh, I know. I know. No doubt.
All right, come on, man. Come on, focus, dude. Let's go. 165, it was Hamidi over Antrell Taylor and Messin Brink over Caliendo.
The stage is set.
Woo!
The stage is set. Maybe Christian Piles is right. Maybe this is the match of the match for this weekend.
Really?
Everybody's got Car O'Toole. Piles says he actually is looking forward to this one more so than Cara O'Toole. And I tell you, Christian, I guess I am too a little bit because wow. And, Hamidi is so – Zach, I don't know how he hangs with Messenbrink. I don't know. It's going to be close.
It's the pace.
He's going to score, but towards the end of the match, I can see it. 11-7, 9-6, something. I can see Messenbrink just – I don't know how –
I'll say this about Messenbrink. The progression that he has made from the first day that I saw him, Penn State First Media Day, he was shy. I'm not joking. He looks like one of the most comfortable wrestlers out on the mat. I mean, did you see him? He pulled a blood thing off his neck. Then he's telling the ref, dude, you got to stop it. And then earlier this year, he's getting bit in the arm, and he's like, ref, dude. And then he's like, all right.
No, he's laughing.
I'm going to go back at it, dude.
Yeah, he's laughing.
Totally
composed.
As a goose.
And that's trouble. That's trouble for Hamidi.
I'm telling you right now, dude.
By the way, you didn't ask. I'm obviously picking Levi for 57, and I'm picking Messenbrink for 65. But this is why we love wrestling, and the world's not crashing down in case Hamidi does beat Messenbrink tomorrow. Just like it's not going to crash down if, say, Carr beats O'Toole tomorrow. It doesn't mean all that much. 2 weeks is what it means.
Be honest, where do you think Messenbrink stands with O'Toole Carr right now? Like out of 10 matches.
I mean, Hamidi or Messenbrink?
Yeah, against
dude, I can't get a good
read either.
In the sense that I want to say he's a little down below their level. And then I watch him wrestle, and I think, what are you talking about? No,
I would not be shocked if he goes out and beats him.
Yeah, I don't think I would
is that
be
high.
Either.
I'm like, dude, Messenbrink is quickly rising to one of my favorite wrestlers.
I tell you,
dude,
that is
Plus,
fun to watch.
That kid is smart, man. He is smart and composed.
Hey, when you put a tech on Caliendo, you know how good Caliendo is, and you talk about someone's spirits being just sitting. How do you think Tommy Brands is feeling right now? You watch your stud, one of your big studs. All three of your studs. Ayala, Woods, and Caliendo. They're my prized possessions here, and all three of them will be watching the finals tomorrow. And then to take a loss like Caliendo.
I mean, Glazier saved
goodness.
Tom, but I mean the one that really eats me up is Real Woods, dude. I just cannot stop making the parallel comparisons to Spencer Lee, the way they propped him up at the beginning of this year, and it's like, I don't know.
You know, Zach, a lot of times I'll say stuff I'm wrong. In fact, just last week I said, you just watch Starachi, he'll be there at Big Tens, and guess who was wrong there because Starachi wasn't. Although I think that was a coach's call. I think it's smart move. Give it 2 more weeks to heal. I'm not seeing a limp, but I was wrong there. However, I said that Woods would never win a championship.
You did? Yes, you did.
Early on in our little podcast.
Yeah.
And
over a year ago.
Yeah, and I really believe that now.
Yeah, I think it's unlikely at this point. He's got 2 people to go through. But, all right. By the way, the whole Carter not wrestling, he's going to wrestle on NCAAs. I'll tell you why. Because if you watch Penn State's Twitter or X, they show Carter turn around and smile into the camera.
Yeah.
You don't show that if there's not something coming.
There's no doubt he's wrestling.
There's something coming,
they would have had Bear Claw going out there today because that was a little risky thing, having only 9 guys against every other team's got 10 guys. And you had to believe in your guys at that point.
Well, we're talking about 174. Let's
Carter,
by the way,
did
wrestle.
Carter is no longer in the Hodge.
Carter's out of the Hodge. Yeah, that's a hit.
That's
all the more reason to come back next year, right?
He's got 2 losses now, both forfeit losses or injury default losses, and that kind of makes you sad. But that's a whole different subject. The Hodge, of course, Kirk Levitt and Brooks are there, but guys that run, if they can run the tables, they're real contenders. O'Toole, obviously. Messenbrink, obviously.
Keckeisen?
Even say Bastida. Bastida knocks off Kirklevitt because Kirklevitt's got to wrestle a smart match there. Or I think Bastida, of course, Bastida's got to first beat
Feldman?
No, Hendrickson.
Isn't it Feldman in the finals, though, right?
Well, that's Big Ten.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
But I'm just, yeah. All right, 174. Let's talk about the actual results. All right. It was Griffith over Kennedy.
Yeah.
And Edmund Ruth over Andrew Sparks. But Griffith, the big news, we don't know what happened at the end of that match, dude.
Griffith is hurt. You know, I said last
he is
week
hurt.
When if Brooks was limping like Carter was, that that's bad news.
Griffith is
Same
one of those
thing
guys
with Griffith.
that you don't.
Same
joke
thing
around
with
that.
Griffith. I
Yikes,
don't
dude.
anticipate we won't see Griffith wrestle tomorrow. I can almost guarantee that.
Wow.
And I wouldn't doubt if it's like you could see the disgust on his face, like he knew the season just ended. And I hope I'm wrong because there's not a nicer guy out there than Griffith, no doubt. Very mature guy
Griffith.
and everything. He's great for wrestling, but yeah, that did not look good.
That would be devastating.
That did not
also
look good.
Devastating for my fantasy team if I end up losing because I have Griffith. I need him taking that. You know, I stole him.
I
with
hope I'm wrong,
points
Zach.
pick, but
for wrestling's sake,
so you're
I
taking
hope I'm wrong.
Ruth in the finals, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, Ruth.
Wow.
Win it.
All right. Okay. Hold on now. At NCAAs, what if Carter doesn't wrestle? What if Griffith doesn't wrestle?
Wow.
Who are we looking at outside of the Big Tens?
Dude.
Like, could Patrick Kennedy win an NCAA title?
Maybe.
Save Tom! Come on. Come on, dude. I mean, that's not
Carter's wrestling.
This could happen.
But,
Maybe he goes out and retweaks it. First match, Iowa's got a champ.
Wow.
And it's someone you never saw. And remember, I made a bold prediction. I said not both Carter or Aaron would win this year. Oof, that's looking a little risky right now. But,
wow.
All right, let's move on. You're getting tired, dude. Look at you.
I know.
Come on.
Dude, it was a long day.
I feel like I wrestled a match.
And I was tensed up. Do you guys get like this when you're watching? It's like you're wrestling too? Of course they do. We're all whacked out with this sport. You know, it's hard not to get totally vested. Heck, I'm tensed up watching high school states.
Bo Bassett took out at one Pennsylvania State Finals today against Mingy, a Littlestown kid where I went to high school.
Yes.
Wow.
Right. Yeah.
Where our brother won a state championship.
Yeah.
So, all right.
It reminded me. I said
Bo Bassett. If you're watching, dude, BG, we are planning on reaching out to you. I'm gonna come do an interview with you. All right.
I said to Greg C. that was an honor to be able to wrestle him. I specifically, I don't remember all the names, but I remember all four faces of Kerry Colot's state championship matches because I've watched them so many times. I'll never forget that Chris Bond from Boiling Springs. He had to carry his arm off the mat after Colot ripped it off of him. But so Mingy, what a season! He didn't even win regionals, but came back and made it to the finals.
Machine gun mindset, Bassett though.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Are all signs looking like he's going to Penn State?
Zach,
I don't know.
How do we know he's not AI Bassett?
Machine gun mindset, dude.
The kid doesn't even look. Are we?
Dude, I know.
Is this a machine?
That boy built different, dude. I
That
know.
is crazy.
Look out, Kale. All right, let's
You got to
talk
give
about
it to Bassett. The way he works that head, man. And
He's
I
a
don't
bully
see
out there. He bullies.
Oh,
people.
he works that head.
He beats you up.
Oh,
dude. He beats people up.
Wow. And I seen old Jax Forrest just ripped
Made a
up
comeback too, and
that guy that beat him.
yeah, he got revenge. He came back with a vengeance.
Yeah, 15-0.
Come on. All right, 184,
Okay,
Salazar
184.
over Bullock, and your boy Bernie Truax turning it on over Lenny Pinto, man.
Yes.
A little bit of an upset there, and
Yes.
it's Bernie and Salazar in the finals.
Yeah, I think Truex wins that. I'm serious. I think Truex is going to win that. You know.
Okay, maybe. All right, you're being honest. You're picking Truex, and you picked against Penn State wrestlers.
I mean, Salazar hasn't really impressed me that much. He kind of struggled with
Bernie
Bullock.
has. Bernie did today.
Yeah,
he was impressive today.
Yes, he was. So
maybe he got his
that's
mind
my
right.
pick there.
Right at the right time.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else surprise you at 184? Let me see real quick. Anything else? Any other big results? Rogotsky. No. Moving on. 197.
All right.
Boom. Brooks over Alared and Glazier to save Tom Brand's job over Jackson Smith, the hometown boy.
Yes.
Boy, Maryland was not happy.
Yeah.
Not happy with that. I thought Jackson Smith had it too.
The thing is I was happy because I was such an important part of wrestling, and they just are. And you like to have. Wow. Could you imagine? It's been. What they say since 1967 that they didn't have a finalist in the Big Ten championship.
And would that not be a convenient reason to call for Tom's job?
I can't remember. Was that an overtime?
You cooped up the lineup with Teskey, Tom. Then you go out in the first time in decades.
Yeah, but I can't say enough about Glazier. Unfortunately, he's up against Brooks, and Brooks is going to open up that score a little bit. It was 5-1 during the regular season.
Oh yeah, that's right. Brooks' closest match.
It won't be 5-1 tomorrow. I'm here to tell you.
You're here to tell us that. Okay.
But it may not be a whole lot more because you got to give it to Glazier. He holds position well. He's very tough, and he really. How he gave up that takedown against Brooks the first time is he was the one that shot. It was Brooks reacted to the shot, and which I give him credit for that. He's going for the win, so he's not Will Lewine. You know, he's going for it. So
I was rooting for Jackson Smith, the hometown kid, just for Maryland purposes. But all right, let's wrap it up with heavyweight, and then final thoughts before tomorrow, and then we'll be back tomorrow immediately following the finals, right?
Well, I'm going to be honest. Well, first off, Kirk Levitt looked very good.
It's Kirk Feldman in the finals. Kirk took out a name I can't say, and Feldman beat Davison. That was a tight match. That was a fun match to watch.
I got to give it to Feldman. He's coming along. He's not going to be able to handle Kirk. Kirk is just too big, but I can't wait for tomorrow. I can't wait for. To be able to see the Hendrickson-Bastida match. I can't wait. The Carr, O'Toole, and obviously all of these finals, but mostly.
And the Concies.
Hamidi, Messenbrink. And I tell you, it was rough. I put in a lot of hours this week and then watched the wrestling. I truly am.
You're tired.
I'm tired. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, but I'm glad you brought all your equipment down. You came to my house because you wanted to get something out there, and I give you credit.
I was too fired up. Dude, and I didn't even give you a chance to get out of it today.
I'll be better tomorrow. We're going live tomorrow, aren't we?
Yeah. You're coming down to my place?
I'm coming down to your place.
Oh, we're going to be in the hometown BEG studios.
Yes. Yeah.
And, wow. This is, You know
what I don't have? I don't have my coffee. I needed coffee.
Yeah, well.
But
get a coffee for tomorrow, folks. We'll be back. Join us tomorrow.
Okay.
We got even more.
Let's go.
This is BG Wrestling, baby.